Hello, hello. A little closer. Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. How is everyone today? I did manage to get a little bit of sleep, um, about an extra hour. So, yeah, I'm doing all right. Oh, my voice is. Yeah, still warming up a little bit. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm running on pretty low levels sleep. I can't words today. Yeah. So, I mean, uh, it is what it is. um, one thing I want to do. Give me one moment. My CPU's and my GPU is really struggling today, which is a little frustrating. So I am gonna get rid of a couple things here in VTube Studio. Maybe that will help. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, Nox and Eggmare might have to go, but my CPU is still like super not pleased. Let's see here. God, it's at 97? The fuck? OBS, I asked you to be in efficiency mode. What happened? Okay, that might help. I mean, there's nothing else really that's using it a lot. Well, we'll see how it goes. Let me check the temperature of it. This, yes. Yeah, I'm very, very slow this morning, so I apologize. 37 degrees. Is there a reason? I thought I turned my fans on. Hmm. Okay. And that's my disk temperature. Unfortunately, this particular PC, there's no way to monitor my CPU temperature. It doesn't have that function as far as I'm aware. So the only temperature I can monitor is my disk temperature. And I just try to go off of that basically. Okay. Not registering my blinks very well, but it's doing that. So okay. All right. And I will put this here and bring it down. I'm an Xbox enjoyer. Yeah, Xbox is all right. I've always been more like back when I played consoles, I was always more PS4, or just PlayStation in general. Yeah, because I used to when I was a kid, I used to play PS2 a lot. And before that was GameCube and N64, and I used to love the Wii as well. Um, and yeah, Xbox. It's more just like the games that they offer. I've always been more of a like I've always been a bit more of a story game kind of person. And the only time I ever played uh like games that aren't like that, like shooter games and stuff like that, is if I was playing with friends, and usually I would just go to their house. They would have an Xbox. And we're just rivals in another way. Yeah. But now it's like I don't even really see a need for consoles for me personally. I know other people like everyone's different with different preferences, but all my games are on all the games I want to play are on PC, and so I stick to that. I like to keep my life as simple as possible. Um so like if I can keep all my entertainment, whether it's TVs, movies, video games, if I can keep that all on like one type of device, then I just prefer that. Uh, I can't move myself. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that works. All right. I'm just more comfortable with the controller. I have too much progress to easily swap now. Yeah, so I totally understand that. For the longest time, for like most of my childhood, actually even early 20s, I was definitely like used to controllers more to the point where like if I ever played a game on PC, I would try to find a way to like connect a controller to my PC. Like I was thinking about this yesterday for some reason, but when I played Undertale, I would flip between using a keyboard and using a controller depending on what like I was trying to do and what was easier for me. Like I remember the um yeah, I think if I remember correctly this was many years ago, but I used a controller for most of the game until I got to the Undyne fight, and that one was a little bit more difficult with a controller. So what I would do is depending on the moves that she was doing, I would flip between controller and keyboard, and that was the only way I was able to beat her. It took me like 6 hours. I actually had a harder time with her fight than I did with Sans. Multitasking moment, yeah, for real. But yeah, oh, I've got some coffee here. I gotta make more coffee. To save myself time, because I'm not particularly picky when it comes to the temperature of my coffee. Like, I'll just straight up drink room temperature coffee. It doesn't particularly matter to me. The only time I care is if it's too hot. And so like what I like to do is once a week typically I'll make a giant pot of coffee and I'll put it in like this glass pitcher and I'll mix in some I use International Delight. It's a coffee whitener and sweetener in one. And I just put a bunch of that in the glass holder. I literally just said the word for it and now I can't remember. Um, and then I basically just have iced coffee on tap basically for the entire week. But I gotta make more today. I'm almost out. But anyhow, creature behavior, I respect that. Yeah, I'm always looking for ways to make my life a little bit easier. Um yeah, someday I want to show you guys like how I organize my home, specifically my clothes and my laundry because like I know for people like clothes and like putting away laundry it's kind of difficult. I found like a really pretty easy way to like organize my clothes in a way where I don't just want to leave them in a pile on a chair. That'll be a fun stream. Yeah, if you guys remind me on the next cooking stream, I can show you guys. Um, which the next cooking stream will be next week. Even though I said it's going to be every 3 weeks, I'm adjusting the schedule a little bit. I think for now I might just do 3 streams a week, just for now, because I do have a bunch of other stuff to work on and stuff. But yeah, when I was resetting my schedule, it ended up lining up that there's going to be a cooking stream next week instead of the following week. So, mini house tour, maybe not a full house tour. I just want to make sure I'm not going to like dox myself, basically. So I do try to be a little careful about that. Um, but like a wardrobe tour, I guess. It's gonna be horrendous. Like you're gonna look at it and be like, what the fuck? But like, um, yeah, functionality over fashion. I sometimes prefer. Anyways, so yeah, Quotev. Yeah, my CPU and my GPU still not super pleased. I'll go ahead and disable the preview in OBS. That might help. Okie dokie. Well, let me see here. Yeah, everything kind of looks fine. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, I haven't been on here in years since I was like a teenager. So almost a decade now. Fuck, I'm so old. I I went to the store yesterday and I bought something that required me to show my ID. And I recently just renewed my ID because you have to do that every so often. And so like the card is brand new and the expiry date is like super far off. Um and I'm 27, but I don't always look it, I guess. And so she was like so suspicious. She was like looking at the card for a solid like 60 whole seconds. Like she was just staring at it. And she looked up at me. She's like, "You were born in 98? Like does this actually say 98?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm autistic, right? So I'm like trying really hard to like make eye contact and be normal, but I was nervous. I was like, "Oh my god, like what if she thinks that's a fake ID? What if she thinks like what it, you know?" And I was like, "No, like just don't break eye contact, like just be normal." And I was like not being normal, so that was making me even more anxious. And I was like, "Oh my god, she's gonna think I'm a fucking teenager with a fake ID," but I'm not. I'm literally not. And she just like, I feel like she had like a whole existential crisis. She was like, "Oh my god, you were actually born in 98. What the fuck?" It was fine. But yeah, no, that's the first time in a long time I've had anyone be like, "You look younger than you actually look." Because like in 100, the line where it's like didn't get asked to show ID because of the bags under my eyes, that was an actual thing that happened. I was actually quite young at the time. I was like maybe like 22, like early 20s. I was so used to showing my ID because everyone always asks for my ID. And so I go to hand this guy my ID when I was buying alcohol, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't need that. Don't worry. I know that you're over 19." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Yeah, it's the bags under your eyes. That's how I know." And I was just like, "Oh, okay. That's a weird fucking thing to say to a person." Anywho, um, yeah. So new quizzes. There's filters. Okay, let me grab some coffee first. Well, I haven't done this in a long time, so maybe we'll just start with the popular ones and then go from there. Loading. Loading. Why is it loading so slowly? What what is happening here? Why is it being so slow? Maybe I'll try refreshing. popular? What? Why is that the top one? You know what? I'm not surprised. It's fucking Quotev. Yeah, okay. We're not doing that one. Oh my god. Okay. um, sure. Let's do new. You know what? Just go back. Just go back to where we were. It's fine. All right. Um, let me see. Yeah, sure. New quizzes. Well, no, I want to do quizzes that are like actually like not saying that the new ones aren't actually good, but like I want them to be vetted. Oh, there's filters over here. Um, preferably not mature ones. I don't want to get banned. Knowledge tests. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. Featured? No. Okay. Why is there two types of filters? So I didn't want mature ones, but okay. Oh yeah, new episodes of Has Been Hotel come out today. I don't know if that's already come out, but freaky acquisitions. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, there's so many Omega First ones. What the fuck? Good god, I feel like I'm walking through a minefield here. Let's just start with this one. Why is it so slow? Oh my god. It's not my Ethernet. I think it's. Oh, for some reason, this is using a lot of GPU. I could have sworn that I disabled hardware acceleration. Give me 1 sec to check. Um, Let me see here. I just have settings open. That's why I just want to make sure I'm not gonna like reveal anything here. I haven't used. I'm not very well versed in or experienced with Firefox, so automatically. Okay. Recommended performance settings. These settings are tailored to your computer's hardware and operating system. I very much doubt it. Use hardware acceleration. Yeah, okay. It was on because Firefox fucking why does everyone or like browsers, software, whatever, they all assume that everyone just has like a good GPU. It's like in this economy, the fuck. Um okay, so that might help a little bit. Wait, did it save? Was I supposed to hit save? Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Was there a save button? I have no idea. What? Where is my brain today? Okay, no, I didn't have to do that. Use smooth so touch keyboard when necessary. Picture in picture video calls. Do don't recommend things as I browse. Um, don't fucking upsell me. I swear. Enable link previews. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, that should help a little bit. Maybe. CPU has not come down. What the fuck is up with my CPU? OBS is still using the most. Oh, stop moving. Alright, fuck it, whatever, I guess. Oh. I think because I forgot to change something, but it's fine. It's fine. If we crash, it's fine. Okay. Let's do this. Wait, can you guys see my cursor? Did I? What the fuck? What do you mean you can't see my cursor? It says capture cursor. Oh, because I have to click on it. Okay. I'm just being dumb. I'm just being dumb. It's okay. I'm just dumb. Okay, great. I don't know. Like, if I had to get, oh my god, fucking, yeah, this takes me back to fucking Tumblr era. Ivy Mare's Tumblr phase. So many of it's fucking quizzes where it's like RP shit. Which is like fine. You do you. But my tone is different from what I'm implying. I just the nostalgia. The nostalgia. Um uh, is there a sub option? I don't know. Um who's your favorite character? You can't do that in one of these quizzes. That's always irked me. Um it's like no. But I guess like cuz it's like obviously if you click one, it's going to lean towards one. Now, like granted this could be the kind of person who's like, "Oh, if you like this character, chances are you're probably more like this other character." More often than not on Quotev quizzes, that's not the case. Fuck it, let's do it anyways. Who's my favorite character? Okay, actually these are my top 3. I think these are actually my top 3. Vox and Lucifer I really like, and I'm really coming to love Velvet. She was actually my least favorite character in season 1, not for any like reason other than she just wasn't explored much as a character, which I felt between the 3 V's it felt very off balance, I guess, where like Vox and Val were both explored a lot more, so it just kind of felt like that balance was off. Now it makes sense for Vox to be explored a little bit more than the other two, but in season 2 so far, we've seen a lot more of Velvet, and I think she's really fucking cool. So, I was gonna say, yeah, honestly, I would say I also really like Nifty. Nifty's really cool, and Loot. Oh my god. Season 2 Loot has been fantastic so far. We've only seen a little bit of her, but she was kind of like the same. I was kind of in like the same boat with Loot, where like season 1 Loot was explored, but I didn't really care much for her character as much. But season 2, I'm fucking hyped to see where the show takes things with her. But in terms of like where most of my favorite characters are, I would say here. Um, which okay, favorite color. My favorite color is a toss up between blue and green, which is interesting because those two colors are the ones that I struggle the most with. I have like I don't know if it's color blindness, but it's like I have issues with some colors. Um, so yeah, I guess here. Um, do I have a least favorite color? Puce. Fucking hate puce. For those of you who don't know, um, puce is dick pink, basically. Dick pink. Yeah, that's puce. I don't like puce. I don't know why. Oh, puce, because that's another word for like some type of tick, right? But no, I'm talking about the color. But also, I don't like ticks, obviously. Um, okay. Favorite V, obviously Vox. Goddamn. I remember when I first watched the show, it was recommended to me by someone else, and within like the first thing I said to them, I wasn't even fully. I was maybe like halfway through the series. The first thing I said to that person who recommended me when they asked me if I was enjoying it so far, first thing I said to them was brain rot. Why the TV hot? Yeah, so that's a thing. Favorite song from the series? Probably Gravity, honestly. Um, what else? You didn't know whatever it takes or it says no. Welcome to heaven or inside no. Out for of respectless poison or stay gone no. Hell's greatest. I did really like Hell's Greatest Dad. That was the I think the Lucifer one. Yeah, I re-listened to that a couple days ago. I really like that one. Um, but yeah, Poison's pretty good too. It's I would say that Poison's a close second, but I really liked Hell's Greatest Dad. It's just so catchy. I gotta watch it at some point. Looks like a banger. It's really great. Like I have a few qualms with the series a little bit, but like um I like I just really like it. I really love it. I already watched the first season I think 3 times over, and I listen to the songs all the time. And like I don't know. I think it's really great. I'm really excited uh to see where season 2 goes. What I've seen so far from season 2 has been really fantastic. Um but yeah, I am sniffling a lot. I apologize. I don't know why my sinuses are so clogged. Give me 1 sec. I have a fluffy girl with me on the chair. Oh, you gonna get comfy? You wanna hang out with your mom? Baby? Sometimes she'll sit between my legs because there's enough room. This chair was originally made for like really like tall people, like bigger people. Um and so like it easily fits both me and one cat. Hi, honey. Oh my god, she's so cute. I want to take a picture. Please don't run away. Oh, what a cutie. Hi, baby girl. You say hi? A kiss. Okie dokie. Let's keep going. The floofer has come. All hail the floofer. Yes. All hail the queen. Yes, yes. Oh, she's so soft. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. Uh, favorite episode, season 1 only. Good question. I'm trying to remember. It's been like I've watched season 1 a few times, but I can't remember. Of course, it doesn't name them either. Okay. Has been Hotel season 1 episodes. I'm trying to remember. Uh, uh, not the first one. Oh, the one where they went to heaven was pretty cool. Um, let me see. Oh, the yeah, the Lucifer one was pretty cool too. This one was also really good. Scrambled eggs. I don't remember. Yeah, the first couple ones I was kind of like about. Um, I liked this one. I think it's a toss up between 5 and 6, probably. I might go with 6. Oh, here we go. Either 5 or 6. There we go. I guess that works. Okay. Alistair, Lucifer. I I mean, I kind of like them both. Like, I didn't. How do I explain this? They've definitely gone a different, like maybe not a different. They've gone. I feel like they've gone a little bit of a different direction with Alistair in the second season. I'm not mad about it. I'm more curious than anything because I feel like there's just like hasn't been enough of him yet to really determine if this little tiny new change in direction or whatever is something that I like. But it's hard to tell. But I do really like Lucifer as a character. Um, but at the same time, it's like team. Like, which side do you on? I don't. I'm on both. So like, I also don't like to scream though. So fuck it. I eat bugs. Uh, favorite ship. Oh, good question. Um, before I even like look at the answer, I can just choose. I hate bugs again. Um, ooh, Huskin Angel is a really good one. I like that one. Um, Fox and Valentino, no. Cherry and Pentis, you know what? Yeah, I really like Cherry and Pentis. Pentis, I think is how you pronounce it. No. What? Alistair and Alistair? Because he's ace. He reproduces asexually. Charlie and Baggy. Charlie and Baggy is sweet. Adam and Lou, it's pretty toxic ship. But Cherry and Pentis, I do like that. Um, I do also like. I think there's like this new ship between. I should warn like maybe spoilers for season 2. um, so like if you don't like spoilers, I don't know. Maybe don't listen to me. Actually, but I really like her as a character. I think she's cool. I don't know why that keeps popping up. But I'll move on before I spoil too much. Would you trust Nifty with a knife? Yeah, I would actually, because Charlie told her to stab, and that's exactly what she did. So like, it's not like or like they told her to clean, told her to hunt the bugs, and she did. So like, I don't think she's used her knife in a way that hasn't followed orders so far. So like, yeah, I would trust her with that. I got a coffee and fuck. Um, couldn't care less was good. No, I don't like yelling, but yeah, I would. Sadly, this is goodbye for now. That's a staple. I should make a bingo card. Oh my god, that's actually a really fucking good idea. I'm gonna make a bingo card for Quotev quizzes. Quotev quizzes, bingo. I'll make multiple if I ever get time because there's so many like things in Quotev quizzes or stuff like that are just like staples. Like they just all have these things. Um, and I was like, oh my god, we should do like a bingo game. Anyways, um, okay. Um, bleh, I eat bugs. I don't actually eat bugs. Um, okay, sure. Oh, cool. Heck yeah. No explanation or anything like that, but all right, I suppose. Um, yeah, Vox is super cool. Like when I found out that season 2 was gonna be a lot more centered around the V's, I was so hyped. Um, because like he just seems like a really cool character, and I have like this um like I really like the corpo characters. Um, I don't know. but not fucking. I have to clarify this every single time because every time I say I like corporal characters, everyone always says, "Oh, so you're fucking the Onceler slut." No, no. In fact, I didn't even like know that was a thing, and like I was on Tumblr a lot. But I guess the particular corner of Tumblr that I hid on for many years had nothing to do with the Onceler. But I didn't know that was like a thing until like recently, as in maybe like 5 years ago. But anyways, um, yeah, that was fine. Featured. I kind of want like yeah, so like popular, but like highest rated or most popular or something. Um, anyways, oh, God, I'm not doing a Omegaverse. What role do you play in a romance movie? Maybe. Uh, what? I don't know what that is. Oh, there's fandoms here. Oh my god! Stop! So much fucking Omegaverse. Oh, Stray Kids. I think that's maybe K-pop or something. Um, eh, no. Dare. Oh, interesting. These answers have a semi more realistic results. I tried to make these answers apply more to real life. If I failed, my apologies. It was a bit difficult. I hope you like. Anyways, all these photos are not mine. Okay. How freaky are you? What is this? Google's left. Oh. No. Oh my god. Why are there so many of these? Anyways. Sure. Um, if this gets like too real though, I might be like, no, I'm out. Just because like I don't know. I don't like to reveal too much about myself when it comes to stuff like this. Um, don't be afraid to test your okay, your OCs. Okay. Do you have violent tendencies? If so, do you act? I love how that's the first question. It's like I don't really love to reveal too much about myself. So I might nope out if this gets too personal. First question: do you have violent tendencies, and if so, do you act on them? This can be light too. I mean, sometimes. Do we not all get a little perturbed sometimes? I mean, violent, not so much anymore. When I was younger, I used to be a very uh, angry person. I never took my anger out on other people, but often um, I would take that anger out on like myself or on things um, because like I would basically like I would have violent tendencies towards other people, but I didn't want to like act on that towards other people. So, and like I was never taught how to like regulate my emotions or anything like that. So it's like for the longest time when I was younger, I was in this weird position where it's like, well, I have all these feelings, and but at the same time, I don't want to hurt anyone. So I'm just like the only thing my little kid brain could think of is to just redirect that energy. But I didn't know how to redirect that in a healthy way. I do now. I do now. Um, I create. I go for walks. I scream into the void. Um, and yeah, those things help. Um, so I mean, violent tendencies. I guess yeah, I still technically do. Do I act on them? I do, but in a healthy way now. But I'm definitely not nearly as angry as I used to be. Well, I mean, actually, maybe that's a lie. Maybe I'm actually more angry. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because it manifests in such a different way from when I was younger. Um, uh, but like, Yeah, I think they're asking like, do you act on them as in like, do you act on them in a negative way? I feel like that's what they're implying, not necessarily do you act on them in a healthy way, through proper emotional regulation. So in that case, I don't act on it in a negative way. So yeah, what's your approach to other people? Avoid at all costs. And if I can't, then try to have as much control as possible. Uh, I didn't even read any of these yet, but that's the truth. Uh, I always look at the best in people because I never know what they're going through. I try to. I try to be that kind of person. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's not my knee jerk reaction, but it is something I try to force myself to do, is to at least give people the benefit of the doubt. And I would say because of that, I do tend to initially maybe not come off as very patient, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm actually quite patient and forgiving to an extent. I have my limits. Try to look at the best people. Sometimes it's rather hard. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I wanted to read the other ones first. I thought it was gonna be like the previous one where I can click it and then click next, but people are rather horrible. I mean, a lot of people are, but not everyone. Um, I feel like a lot of like most people mean well deep down. Or at least that's what I try to believe. I don't really attach to other human beings well. It's more the opposite way. I tend to attach pretty well, but then other people, uh, yeah. I want to talk to people, but it's extremely hard for me to do so. This is true. Um, I have high expectations from. I have high expectations from or for, especially. I feel like they meant for. For people. Okay, go away. Especially things that should be common sense. So when it's not met, I get annoyed. I mean, this is true, but I mostly either just keep it to myself or I just vent to someone about it if someone does something fucking stupid. Um, the amount of times just in the past week alone, I've almost been hit as a pedestrian because someone was just being a fucking idiot. Um, my God, if you drive, please, for the love of God, if you are turning onto a fucking one-way street, you still need to look both directions because pedestrians exist. Believe it or not. There are some of us fucking peasants out here who don't have a car. Look both ways. My God. Anyways, I would say this probably sums it up for the most part. Like this kind of encapsulates all of the other ones that I relate to. How important is romantic love to you? I could take it or leave it. If it happens, great, but I'm not going to seek it out and waste my time. Um, at least not right now. Um, it's neutral to me. I don't really care about it. Are those not the same thing? It's very important to me. I want to be with that special someone someday. Um, I mean, it is important to me, but when I look at pushes of glasses, if I were to run a cost benefit analysis, I would say that the ROI is pretty low. Or at least right now, because it's just like I got other shit going on, and like dating apps suck, online dating sucks, but also like I don't know, I just haven't had much luck, and I don't really want to spend so much of my life trying like on that sort of thing just for the chance that I might meet that one person. Um, I have other stuff that I'd like to do. But if I happen to meet the right person, that would be great. Because I would like to fall in love. That would be nice. But it's yeah. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Uh, I guess neutral. Oh, that's a lot of writing. Okay. So you have okay a scenario. If you have a big crush on someone in school, work, anywhere, this person is so. Oh, okay. So you have a big crush on someone. This person is someone you wanted to be with for a long time. You've talked to them multiple times. You feel a real connection to them. This has been going on for years. You have a best friend that knows this well. You tell them about your crush all the time. Okay. I would. Sure. Couldn't be me, but sure. Let's pretend that it would. They, however, secretly have a crush on that person too. Okay. Now, today's the day that you're finally able to confess your feelings to them after years of struggle, dreams, and practice. Okay? You told your friend that you would do this today. You walk into school, whatever, work, whatever. You see that your friend is talking to the person you like and they ask them out. Wow, that's not a friend. Your crush says yes and they walk off together talking. Pick an answer that describes your feelings afterward the closest. Okay. Well, that is no longer my friend. That's not cool. Stumble and fall from sadness? No. Don't be dramatic. I mean, it is what it is. If you genuinely like someone, like thinking about the crush themselves, if you genuinely like someone, ultimately you just want what's best for them, right? And if what's best for them is to be with someone else, I mean, as long as they're happy, then that should be what matters the most, in my opinion. Because that to me, that shows that you truly care for that person. And you know, of course, it means it's gonna hurt. Like a, you know, of course, you're gonna feel hurt and sad and disappointed and all that fun stuff. But you know, if you truly love someone, like at the end of the day, you just want them to be with the person who makes them the happiest. And if that's not you, then you just hope that they find the person that is the right one. You know what I mean? Run to isolation, sob your eyes out. Honestly, I would, like, before even reading all the other ones, I would just walk straight up to that friend and be like, "Hey, girly, let's go for a walk." And I wouldn't do anything to them, but I would just straight up say, like, "Yo, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. You should have just talked to me." Because, like, if you and your friend have a crush on the same person, like, I don't want to say like what you should do because I guess it's different like for everyone. Like what the best protocol would be. You know, I'm sure some people will say that there's like a girl code or a bro code or whatever. But my code is just fucking communicate. And also, like, no man's dick can possibly be good enough to lose your best friend over, in my opinion. But you know, that's just me. Anyways, stay silent. Yeah. I guess I didn't like them that much anyways. No, that just sounds like copium. Yeah, okay. Detailed thought on how your friend dies? No, but I definitely would be thinking about smacking them. Like that's definitely a thought that would cross my brain. Just giving them a good old schmack. I was too shy to confront them sooner. I mean, in this scenario, I might be thinking that, like, girl, come on. It's been several years, you haven't said anything. I don't need you. Okay, again with the copium, no. No. I guess I'll ruin both of them. No, as long as they're happy, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't care much for the friend because I wouldn't consider them a friend anymore, so I could not care less if they're happy. But if my crush was happy, then I'd be fine with that. I don't have strong crushes, so I would be over it. No, it's not true. I don't crush often, but when I do, it's pretty intense. They're so freaking evil. They knew I love them so much, and they have to pay for this somehow. That's a little dramatic. I wouldn't be like that. Making a confront them, making a scene, no, but I would pull them aside almost immediately and let them know my 2 cents. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's basically it. As long as they're happy. Pick a word or phrase that describes you. You may choose more than one. Okay. We'll cap it at 3, I suppose. Child at heart, no. I'm more like a crabby old lady. Loving, depends on who you ask. Quiet, again, depends on who you ask. Volume wise, yes, I'm very quiet. But I don't think that's what they're implying. Private, depends on who you ask. Determined, that's a good one to describe me. If I want something, it's you know, I usually get it. I usually figure it out. Agreeable? Fuck no. That's not a depends on who you ask. You can ask anyone; they'll tell me I'm not agreeable. every personality. I have my own hot takes on personality tests. I'll get into that another day. But every personality test I've ever taken, where it rates like your agreeableness or like how much you cooperate with others and stuff. That rating has always been the lowest on all of them. Yeah. Anyways, quite sad actually. Sometimes I have my moments. Dramatic, theatrical, yes. Dramatic, like, not really. A lot of people will say that I am, but I'm like the people who know me the most, like the people who are like closest to me, but like actually know me, they would actually say that I'm pretty objective and reasonable. Sadistic, yes. I can be quite sadistic. Violent, no. Not really. A bit disturbed, yes. Stubborn, I can be. I definitely can be. Stubborn. I can be pretty stubborn. I'm just trying to think of instances where I wouldn't be. Hyper, no. Fuck no. Outspoken, no. Show all. There's more. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So I would say stubborn. If I'm being completely honest, yes, I can be pretty stubborn. But it's only because I'm usually right. And I know that sounds fucked, but just hear me out. The people who have gotten the closest to me and the people who like really know me and have experience interacting with me, usually if I say something, it's usually accurate. Now if I'm rambling like I am on most of my streams, I'm not usually typically as concerned. Sometimes I will say shit like on streams that later I might be like, actually I think it's this other way. But like if I took time to think about something before making a claim, I'm usually right. Like that's just usually how it is. And back when I worked in fast food, actually not even fast food, a lot of jobs that I've worked, uh, coworkers, bosses, a lot of people used to get really frustrated with me because they were like, "Can you just?" Actually, even partners, they would get frustrated with me I not because I'm one of those people who's just like I'm always right even when I'm wrong. But they would get pissed because I actually was always right, and I like I wouldn't I was very rarely wrong about stuff. I wasn't never wrong. It's just I was taught growing up like for better or for worse, and I don't like part of me doesn't love it, mostly because the way that my parents, mostly my dad, went about it. But like if I ever made a claim, if I ever opened my mouth about anything, there was this expectation that I better have an entire fucking thesis to back that shit up. And if I didn't, then I am like wasting people's time and I'm just being stupid, basically. And I don't love it. But it did sort of put me in a position where like before I make claims about stuff, before I make distinct claims about things. Like if I say this is that and not like I believe this is that, or I'm thinking that this might be that, or I feel like if I say something like a blanket statement, I'm always very, very overly cautious, or at least I try to be, and make sure that like I know that what I'm saying is correct 100% to my knowledge. Um, Otherwise, I'll just use general statement, um, like I'll say like I feel that this is that, or like I believe that this is that, and I try really hard to use like to be like that, because yeah. Anyways, my brain blanked out for a fucking second. Let me see. Agreeable, no. What else? Determined, yeah. Um, I can be very loving. It's just I'm very selective. Um, a lot of people will say that I'm kind of on either end of the spectrum, that I'm either very cold or very loving. Um, and it really just, I think it boils down to like, how do I explain it? I tend to reserve my energy for a select few people. Okay. Pick the worst thing that could happen to you out of what is here. Okay, people fighting, I can't stop it. I mean, that's their own problem. If it doesn't involve me, it doesn't involve me. Being excluded because I can't contribute to anything. I don't get that one. Being ignored and treated like trash. I mean, yeah, who doesn't dislike that? Everyone in my life leaving me. I left most people in my life, so it's fine. Being on a stage in front of many to give an important speech. I don't, it's fine. I would rather be on a stage giving a speech than be like in a giant group of people expected to just like mingle. Um, it's definitely something to unpack there, but I'm not going to get into that today. Um, Being taken advantage of, I do hate that. If I let my guard down for someone and they take advantage of that stings a lot. I don't have many fears. That's not true. I have many fears. People knowing the real me. I mean, I kind of I'm pretty like open about who I am. I don't really cover up or mask that much. I don't know. Being embarrassed or known as an idiot or soft in front of many. No, because like that I feel like has more to do with them than me. Like if other people think I'm an idiot or like too soft or whatever, like that's a them thing. And I don't know why I should care about the opinion of someone who is like that. So I don't care. Losing the one I love to someone else or another cause, as long as they're happy. No one listening to me or my orders in something important, not being in charge of something I need to be. I mean, I'm kind of used to that. Yeah. Yeah, kind of used to that. Losing my temper, being out of control with my emotions. I do hate that. It's one of the biggest reasons why I don't like to drink. Because I don't like losing control over myself and my actions. And like with alcohol, like it's yeah. There's too many times I've woken up the next morning and being like, oh my god, I can't believe I fucking did that. And like sometimes it's funny things. Sometimes it's funny things. Sometimes it's things that like even a decade later I still fucking laugh about all the time. But sometimes it's like it can be pretty embarrassing. I do really hate that. What was the other ones? Being ignored, treated like trash. I mean, that one doesn't affect me as much because it's just like, again, if the other person's being shitty, I no longer care about whether or not they like me or what they think about me or how they feel about me. And I don't see why I should. So, doesn't really matter. I'd say that's the biggest one for me. Now, if someone cheated on you, what would you like to do to them? Chop their balls off. Is that an option? I would scold them harshly and leave them. They will regret the day they decided to be a jerk. See, I prefer the sneak attack. So it's like, I just, I don't even let them know that I know. Not that this has happened to me before or anything. It has. It has. And in that scenario, I don't even think they're aware that I know. But I know. And I just like to hold on to that power that gives me. Every time I interact with them, if I ever have the displeasure of interacting with them, it's like I have this little thing in my pocket where it's like, you don't know that I don't. You don't know that I know, but I know. But yeah, no. To be really honest, I would want to kill them. I mean, yes, I absolutely. Well, maybe not kill them. Actually, there's a lot. I really am a believer that there's like so much worse things in life than being dead. Like, I'm actually against, for the most part, I'm against capital punishment because I think rotting alone in a jail cell for the rest of your existence without anyone to talk to except for people who like don't like the fact that you're alive. I think that at that point, I think death would be a mercy. So I don't, yeah, like I'm not like the biggest supporter of capital punishment. I think if you deserve capital punishment, you deserve to rot in a cell and be miserable for the rest of your existence because you're gonna die anyways. You might as well be miserable for like what, 50 years. Anyways, moving along from that that little schizo rant. Seriously, I would want to do that. No, I mean, no. I'd torture them with guilt or anything else I have. Yeah, that's basically the idea of like holding on to that information because it's like they don't know that I know, and so it's and so often what I would do is I would be like really nice to them. And so it's like if someone does something terrible to you, and you know, but they don't know that you know, and you're being like super nice to them, that guilt is going to fucking eat them up inside. Like that guilt, like that shit's gonna tear them apart more than any physical means of doing so, in my opinion. So that's actually what I would do, and I have. I wouldn't know what I would like to do. Of course, I'm rather useless than it. No, I wouldn't care because I could find someone better. I mean, that's kind of just copium. And that kind of just sounds like copium. Not into no. Yep. So, what do you often think about? You may choose more than one. How I would run a business, country, anything. What do I? Oh, I can choose more than one. Um, Sometimes, I mean, like I am self-employed, so I do often think about my businesses. I guess I have a bunch of little side hustles. Things I want to wear? Nah, not really. I kind of just grab whatever's there and toss it on. Unless it's my socks. I do think about that a lot because I have various levels of compression socks. And so I do often think about what level. Like, for example, uh, I might change my socks after this actually to a higher one because your girl be hurting. That's another reason why I couldn't sleep very well last night. It was part just not being tired, but also just I was in a lot of pain in my legs. And the issue is that I feel like that problem could have been solved. Both problems could have been solved if I just got out of bed and like spent a few minutes out of bed and even changed my socks to a higher compression. But I was in this weird state where I was just legitimately too tired to get up. And so I kind of just laid there. And that's like the worst thing you can do, but I was just too tired. My thoughts are disturbing and very. Yeah, I'm kind of used to it though. Finding love one day, no. Internet stuff. I mean, yeah. A lot of what I do is internet stuff. Hobbies. My hobbies, for the most part, are. I mean, not really. Or what I'm gonna do, not really. Inner struggles, eh. So I guess these two. Um, yeah, basically. Oh, what just happened? Okay. Do, do, do. Yeah, okay. On a scale of one, this is actually, I will say, it's a pretty like well done quiz so far. It's not perfect, but like in terms of Quotev quizzes, I think this person has experience. I did want to point that out. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 14, how empty do you feel inside? 1 being happy and content, 14 being miserable and empty. Well, miserable and empty are two completely different things. You can't feel empty and also miserable at the same time. Empty would imply that you lack emotion at all. But I'm gonna go with what I think you're implying. So like on a scale of 1 to 10, like or 1 to 14, which is an interesting scale. But like interesting numbers to choose for a scale. But like how happy are you basically? Um I'm pretty good. Like I'm not over the moon. Like generally speaking, um I'd say I'm just above average. Like my life's pretty okay. I have my moments. Um like I struggle with a lot, but I think I've put in a lot of work in my mentality in general. And I think I the type of person that I strive to be is someone who is striving for more, but is still happy with what they have. And specifically someone who, if they don't manage to obtain more, or like get better or like improve their life, that they can still live with that and be happy. And that goal of mine kind of stems from like having a chronic illness. There's only so much, there's not a lot of jobs that I can do. And even jobs that I can do, it's still a struggle most of the time. Like I even struggle to fucking stream some days, even for like half an hour. And so, uh, like I try to be realistic with myself where it's like I should have goals and I should be ambitious because that inherently fulfills me and provides me with a purpose. But at the same time, I shouldn't allow myself to be dissatisfied until those goals are met because objectively and realistically speaking, I might not ever meet those goals. And I need to learn to be okay either way, no matter what direction my life goes in. And because at the end of the day, one of the biggest things throughout my entire life, my biggest goal has always been to just be happy, no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, like physically or just in life in general. My goal has always been to just do what I need to do in order to be happy. And I've spent a really long time learning about, well, what does that mean for me? And then because of that, I spent a lot of time learning about who I am, because how do you know what happiness means to you if you don't know yourself? and it's been a very, very long ride. And I would say I'm at a place where, generally speaking, I'm pretty happy. I know who I am for the most part, or at least I have a really good connection with my inner self. And my life isn't ideal. It's far from ideal, but I'm all right. I'm doing all right. Yeah. Um, that was super cheesy. Anyways, so like above average. So I guess, okay, this number scale is like confusing me. So half of 14 is 7. So I guess 5 or 6. All right. So you found something new to obsess over. How obsessed do you get? Very. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like it. Oh my god, it's like actually a problem. Like I'll get a hyper fixation, and like it consumes me to the point where like eventually I get bored of it. But the issue is that if I don't have an active hyperfixation, then I just start to get really bored with life in general, and I get sad. And then I basically just sit around and I wait for the next hyperfixation to come along. And like I still have like some things that like it's not like I do nothing with my life between then. But yeah, no, I yeah, when I find something I like I really get into it. Um so to the point where it takes over my life. Yeah, basically. I don't really get it from most things, but when I do, I obsess hard. Yeah. Yep. Um if it directly relates, no. Do. Oh, but I will say, like, I don't normally take it too far. Like, I thought that was kind of a given, but I kind of forgot that people like that exist, where, like, they get so obsessed with something that they, like, make it a problem for other people. And it's kind of interesting that I forgot that because I am a creator on the internet, and that is just a thing. Like, yeah. Um, but like no, like I don't get so obsessed to the point where it becomes a problem, other than like maybe I just don't respond to people's DMs as often. That's about it. But I don't get weird about it. Um so like maybe not, I guess. Yeah, I guess I think about it a lot, but I don't go overboard. Um what dairy? I don't know what that is. You pretend to be loving and caring on the outside, but on the inside you're rather twisted. Thanks, I guess. I mean, that's how people know. People think I'm not like that. People don't think I'm like that, but um, and I don't pretend to be loving and caring. I really don't. In fact, like there's so many instances where it's like I should say or do this because people are going to think that I don't care. And like I don't, but I don't want people to think I'm like a bad person or whatever. And then I just say it anyways. Um like I think I said something the other day where it's like uh I try to watch my tone, but only to the extent that I actually care, which honestly isn't that much. And yeah, that's kind of the truth. Because at this point I'm kind of just done pretending like I give a shit when I don't. Um and if people don't like that, then they can just leave. Like no one's stopping them. You're rather grim and morbid. This is true. Unlike Yandere and whatever this is, you don't act on your tendencies. That's not true. I do act on my tendencies, just in a very calculated manner. Um, so if you consider acting on my tendencies as in the only way you would consider something to be an action, is if that something is extreme. Not only is that just not realistic, but then yeah, I guess I would meet your qualifications. But no, I do act on my tendencies most of the time. Just not in a way that might be nearly as obvious. You're not necessarily cold, but your mind goes in insane directions, I guess. For the most part, the thoughts stay as thoughts, but they're still very dark. I mean, if we were to look at like the percentage of thoughts in my brain that do make it out of my brain, I suppose, but that's only because my brain is just overflowing with chaos all the time. Obviously, I'm not going to dump that on everyone all the time. But anyways, you may laugh at things that others find rather saddening or anger inducing. I mean, yeah, sometimes. Like, if someone, I find, like, especially maybe nowadays, like, people get upset over, like, the most insignificant shit to the point where, like, it's really hard for me to take, like, even the person themselves seriously. It's like, really, you actually care about that? Like, do you know, touching grass is great. Like, I personally find that a little more interesting. But, you know, that's just me. Anyways, but no, I try to find a balance between not giving a shit and giving a shit. And sometimes that means prompting myself or like pushing myself not to give a shit. Sometimes that means prompting or pushing myself to give a shit. And it really just boils down to like what I feel would be the best position to be in, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I don't agree with this, but I would say in terms of like counting up the score, like it was an okay quiz. For a Quotev quiz, not bad. Now, before I wrap things up, I do want to do one cursed one. I don't think I want to do a Megaverse just because I feel like most of the Omegaverse ones, they're not unironic. Or sorry, they're not ironic. Like I think they're serious, which is like fine, whatever you're into. But I want to do like an actual curse one. So I'm gonna take a few minutes and look for that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, go back. Oh, they changed them. Okay. God. You know what? I did think about this one earlier, and I was like, I kind of want to do it. Oh my god. Okay. I was just worried that it was gonna be like sexual, but I don't know what it's going to be, actually. Do you mean freaky as in like sexual, or do you mean freaky as in like this? Whatever the fuck this is. Good god. Okay. Oh, no, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I wanna leave. Okay. Okay, this isn't so bad. I don't eat. I mean, it depends. Sandwich. God, no. I had so many. Oh my god. The sandwich and some fucking what Tylenol. Delicious. Uh, a staple of my childhood used to be cheese and mayo sandwiches. They weren't good, but like that was a staple of my childhood. And not even like real cheese. It was like the Kraft slices, like the artificial shit. Milk. God, I hate milk. No, I refuse to drink just straight 2% milk. Ugh. Oat milk's fine. Burger is okay. I do like to eat rat. Pizza, yeah, I'm gonna go with pizza. Favorite, I mean cat, obviously. Um, platypus, those are pretty cute. Cockroach, ugh. The fuck, parasite. Oh my god, no. Wait, look at your little bow. She's too cute. She kind of reminds me of Hazel a little bit. She's not brown, but yeah. You watch anime sometimes? No. Oh my god. Yikes. Anyways, I do every once in a while. Which one of these is your favorite? My Hero Academia? No. Chainsaw Man. Attack on Titan's okay. Uh, out of all of these, okay. I feel like I shouldn't say this because I'm about to wrap things up and I don't want to like go on a huge rant and defend myself. You know what? I'm gonna save it for another day. I do have a favorite anime, but it's it's something that rubs pretty much everyone I've ever met the wrong way. But I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket for another day. For now, I'll just go with Attack on Titan. If you could have a power, what would it be? Teleportation. Invisibility is not bad. Fly? Oh, you mean like fly, not like be a fly. Okay. Teleportation, yes. That would be it. Time manipulation, no. Although, no. Yeah. Transforming into a worm. Um, chat. Chat, would you still would you would would you still like me if I was a worm? Would you still like me if I was a worm? Would you still watch my streams? Anyways, that was weird. Oh god, no. Please. Okay, great. Yeah, teleportation. Yeah, teleportation would be nice because transport is hard. I don't have a lot of options there. Can't drive, and I don't handle airplane travel very well. But I would like to travel. But I also don't handle traveling in general very well. So I like the idea of being able to travel places, and then if I need to like go home, I can just do that. I can just come and go as I please. That would be fantastic. Anyways, oh my god, there's 19 questions. Holy shit. Why do you need so many questions to figure out how freaky I am? Which of these characters from different films and series are you most alike with? Don't know who that is. You, God, no. I don't know who that is either. Or that. Kevin G from Mean Girls. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I watched Mean Girls. I literally only know one of these people. I haven't watched Stranger Things. Not really my thing. I only know this person. Whoever you find the coolest. Literally none of them. Fuck it, I guess. Which of these characters from different animes are you most alike with? Okay, well, I haven't watched a lot of anime. Like, I do watch anime, but not a lot. So, I might not know. I do know Eraserhead. Honestly, he is kind of a mood sometimes. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are either. Yeah, again, I only know one person. So, which of these do you like the most? Milk? If you, out of all of these, if you choose fucking milk, you are psychotic. You need professional help. Honestly, like, you lock that fucking psycho up. Whose fucking favorite drink is 2% fucking milk? 2% milk. Like, are you human? Are you real? Nasty. Milk is nasty. Do not like it. I don't drink. I mean, water even. I do like coffee. Never really got into matcha. Water. So you just you don't drink anything at all. You've transcended the need for hydration. Um, Out of all of these, I'd say probably coffee. I like coffee. You could be an object, which would you be? A rock? A rock would be decent. Not much to worry about as a rock. A key? No. Um, no. 'Cause I would just be like jingle jangling all the time, and I don't like the sound of metal on metal. And also, I don't want people handling me all the time. Don't fucking touch me. A phone charger? No, I wouldn't. Phone charger? No. Because, like, chances are I'm probably next to someone's bed, and I don't want to see what they fucking do in their bed. Toothpick? Fuck no. I don't want anywhere near your fucking teeth. A can tab. I'd probably just end up in the trash. So, I guess a rock. Then, for the most part, people will probably just leave me alone. When eating cereal, how do you make it? Hear me out. Hear me out. I tend, more often than not, to just eat cereal plain, like out of the box, as like a little munch, like a little thing to munchy on. That's how I eat my cereal. I don't I can't remember the last time I put it in a bowl with milk or anything like that. I just eat it straight from the box, or I'll put a little bit in a bowl and just kind of chomp on it, like one would with like candy or popcorn while watching a movie. Um, yeah, cereal first, then milk. But if I were to put milk, I would do cereal and then milk. Yeah, because you don't like you know right off the bat, generally speaking, how much cereal you want. Um, but not necessarily how much milk you want. So like you do the cereal portion first, and you're like, okay, that is satisfactory. That is a good amount of cereal, and then you put in however much milk you need for that amount of cereal. Milk is simply in this case, the milk is simply a vessel to funnel the cereal, to carry the cereal into your body, basically. I eat dry cereal. Yes. Okay. Okay. So it's not that unheard of. I do just eat just milk. No. Yeah, I eat dry cereal all the time. I love cinnamon toast crunch. Cinnamon toast crunch, just like plain on its own. Oh, it's so tasty. Ready to find out if you're freaky or not? I don't know how these questions have anything to do with me being freaky, but I'm very curious. Very, very curious. If this gets enough attention, I'll add more questions. No, I think, oh my god. What do you mean N quiz? It says N quiz, but it says 12 out of 19. I'm so confused. Oh, you did add more questions. Fuck. I was about to say, like, 19 questions, you don't need to add more than that, hun. You're good. All right, so we're not. Hurry up. Please. Okay, yeah, okay. Pick an accessory. I do not like bracelets. I wear gauges, so these earrings wouldn't fit me. I will say though, I don't wear bracelets. I do love this. And I totally would wear that just for the meme. I would definitely prefer to have that as like a choker necklace though. Fucking string worm around my neck would be hilarious. These are cursed and I love it, but again, they wouldn't fit on my ears. No. It's too cliche. I fucking love this. I want it. Pick a pretty picture. Oh my god. What the fuck? Yeah, she's gorgeous. Who is she? Oh my god. She's beautiful. I'm gonna go with a cute dog. I think I've used this as a like a reaction before. Oh my god. Yeah. Pick any of these juices. Not an orange juice fan. I often have a pretty sore throat, and orange juice does not help with that at all. Um, fucking yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my dad's go-to for me whenever I was sick was to give me a glass of orange juice, and he would like make me drink that shit, and I hated it. Because it burned my throat so bad. Apple juice, I fucking love apple juice. I love apple juice. Every time it goes on sale, I buy so much. Special juice? Why is it kind of translucent? What's the special ingredient? Do I even want to know? I don't think I even want to know. Milks, the fuck off with the milk already. Tomato juice. My mom actually, she drinks a lot of Caesars. I don't know why. I fucking love apple juice. Yeah. On Femboys, chef's kiss. Is that an answer? Not necessarily my favorite, but they are cute. Okay. Am I okay. Am I ready? Yeah. Okay. What do you mean, man? I don't know. You really 19 questions, 19 fucking questions. 19 fucking questions. Oh god, what have I done? 19 questions. We've been here for how long? I think this one quiz was like half an hour, maybe longer. And you're gonna hit me with that I don't fucking know. I need an easier way to zoom in and out. I bet there's probably a toggle I can do. Anyways. You're normal. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a pretty normal level of, well, sort of. I'm pretty normal. I'm pretty normal. Yeah. Good job, stay that way. I'm so curious about what the other ones were. I would love to see like results total. This close to being a freak. You're way too normal. I'm confused. So these are like, I guess, answers that, or oh, it's like what people have gotten, and these are my answers. Okay. So I'm normal, but I was 1 point away from being your ... pretty freaky man. At least I wasn't like very freaky or too normal. So like I feel like given these like top results, I'm probably a nice healthy middle. And you know what? Balanced as all things should be. Okay. I think that's going to be it for me for today. That ended up going much longer than I anticipated. But yeah, I had fun with that. I don't know. How do we feel about Quotev quizzes? I feel like they take kind of a while. Maybe a little too long. I was hoping to maybe bang out a few more than that. But maybe hit or miss. Yeah, I think I think it's a hit or miss. I might do it again in the future, I might not. I haven't decided yet. I think maybe next time I'll try BuzzFeed quizzes. I feel like those will be a little more memeable, potentially. And yeah, but anyhow, and I feel like they'll also be maybe shorter. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so thank you so much for joining. I had a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun with this, and I do think what would make things more interesting is having what you call it, like a bingo card. I think it would be kind of funny, um, because like there's a lot that could be done with that, but yeah, we'll see. I just wanted to try that and try this out for today. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I will hopefully see you guys on Friday for more Mad Father. I've been thinking about that game every single fucking day since I played it last. I'm very, very much itching to get back to that. And I've even considered having like impromptu streams before then, but then I was like, oh, like what if someone can't make it but they really wanted to? I don't know. I might just do that anyways. Like impromptu streams anyways. When I feel like it. But I don't know. I'm still figuring my shit out. So I really appreciate you guys being here for that, and just being here in general. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you later.